Oh, I have been so excited for Yinlin to release. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. I've been excited for Yinlin's release since closed beta 2, right? And I didn't even get to play in closed beta 2. But when I found out that Yinlin was a character and I just didn't have enough time to actually play closed beta 2, I was a little upsetty spaghetti, right? So we finally got her. Well, I haven't pulled her yet. You might see that a little bit later on this channel. But we finally have her, and I am very, very stoked about her. And I kind of want to go over her kit, kind of look into it and see what we could find, you know, that really, really works well for her, which, spoiler alert, a lot works well for her. So anyways, y'all, so we're going to be doing that kit analysis today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then also don't forget that I am sponsored by, oh, let me find the button here, the Ever Wonderful Gamer Subs. Make sure to use code TYSTRA for 10% off. We just had a big, massive Destiny 2 drop of multiple creators, including the new flavor by, you know, what was their name? I feel really, really bad for not remembering their name right off the top of my head. Copium by CB Gray. It was CB Gray. I totally remember that. But yeah, CB Gray got a new flavor, and then we got Sweatsickle's new cup. We also got a new cup for at Asdacross, which is fantastic. I used to be very, very big into Destiny 2. I wasn't in the creator scene as much, but yeah, there's a bunch of really, really cool stuff. Make sure you use code TYSTRA for 10% off at gamersubs.gg. Enough shilling. Let's go ahead and talk about Yinlin kit, baby. Yes, we are on weatheringLab.com. I use them a lot for my stuff. Yeah, they're pretty good. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about some pros and cons in regards to Yinlin, obviously, which is really cool. They set this up. I'm pretty happy about this. So stop highlighting it, bro. Yinlin's outro skill provides 25% resonance liberation damage deepen and 20% electro damage deepen, making it the first outro skill with dual type buffs, which is pretty freaking insane as it is. This means Yinlin can serve characters that focus as resonance liberation or electro damage, which is fantastic. If you're able to actually have multiple uses for a character, that's already well and good. Now, I believe that from what I've been seeing here, Yinlin can be used as both a on-field DPS and an off-field DPS, but we're going to read through her kit so I can actually understand what the heck I'm saying, because some of the stuff I'm still a little foggy on, right? When the benefits are slightly lower compared to a single type outro skill buffs, it offers broader accessibility. So that means basically that we're going to see a little bit of a drop off compared to other outro skills, but she's still going to be able to be more accessible due to the fact that she could do multiple things. Yinlin's operations are relatively simple and easy to master, with the ability to cancel the resonance skills animation lock through dodging in 0BT. What 0BT? What does that mean? Yinlin's intro skill can recover judgment points. This makes Yinlin easier to achieve full judgment point, thereby reducing on-held time. And then cons, as a limited character with support-oriented role, Yinlin's multipliers are not impressive. Even with the maxed out resonance chain, her performance is only comparable to a 0+1 limited DPS character like Jian. So, but she's still pretty freaking insane. So let's go ahead and talk about her basic attacks. Pretty simple, basic, heavy, mid-air, and of course dodge counter. Nothing too crazy with it. So then we go down to the resonance skill here, Magnetic Roar, right? Magnetic Roar, a puppet zap string, deals electro damage to the target and puts Yinlin into the execution mode. Execution mode, basic attacks and dodge counter will trigger one electromagnetic blast when hitting a target. Each stage of the basic attack or dodge counter can only trigger one electromagnetic blast up to 4 times. So basically, it doesn't limit by just, you know, basic attack 1 or basic attack 3, depending on how many times you hit, which of course she can hit up to 4 times. So you can go basic attack 1, 2, 3, and 4. She actually gains electromagnetic blast through each basic attack, if I'm reading this correctly, which means you do all your full set of, you know, basic attacks, you get all your electromagnetic blasts right there for, or at least 4 of them, right? Each stage of basic attack, yeah, triggered one electromagnetic blast up to 4 times. So yeah, you get all 4. Now, Electromagnetic Blast, attack all targets marked with Resonance Circuit Sinner's Mark, dealing electro damage. Lightning Execution, use Resonance Skill after casting Resonance Skill Magnetic Roar to cast Lightning Execution to attack the target, dealing electro damage. So basically, she's just going to be doing electro damage like crazy, right? If Resonance Skill Lightning Execution is not activated in a while, or this character switch, this skill will be put into cooldown. So Just know that she has to be on field to be able to do this. So that's the one kind of downside. If she is to be used as an off-field DPS, you need to have her on the field so that she could actually do all this damage, right? Now, let's go ahead and talk about Thundering Wrath, which is her Resonance Liberation. Command Zapstring to call the thunder to fall upon a large range, dealing electro damage, which means she's going to be hitting AoE, which is pretty dang cool. And from what I saw on her skill, sheesh. I'm just saying, man, the moment I saw Yinlin do that skill, I was in freaking love, guys. Ugh. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the Forte circuit, because this is literally a whole ass essay, man. So let's go ahead and talk about it. We got Chameleon Cipher. When Yinlin's Judgment Points is full, her heavy attack is replaced with Chameleon Cipher, which consumes all Judgment Points to attack the target, dealing electro damage. When it hits a target marked with Sinner's Mark, the Sinner's Mark is replaced with Punishment Mark, lasting 18 seconds. So we have Sinner's Mark and we have Punisher's Mark. So let's talk about Sinner's Mark first. So normal attack Zapstring's Dance, Resonance Liberation Thundering Wrath, and intro skill Roaring Storm will apply Sinner's Mark on hit. Sinner's Mark is removed when Yinlin exits. So I'm confused about this. When it hits a target mark with Sinner's Mark, the Sinner's Mark is replaced with Punishment Mark. Okay, so we need the Sinner's Mark on them to get the Punisher Mark, or Punishment Mark. When a target marked with Punishment Mark is damaged, Judgment Strike will fall, dealing electro damage to all targets marked with Punishment Mark. This can be triggered up to once per second. Holy crap, that's gonna be some decent damage at the very least. But we're already seeing at the chart the skill. Oh, hold on. The skill is gonna be doing most of the damage, followed by Liberation / your heavy attack. So I'm pretty much wondering like how good this is actually going to be if we're going off of this little pie chart here. Now, how to obtain judgment points. Yinlin can hold up to 100 judgment points at a time. Normal attack Zapstring Dance hits a target. It restores judgment points when she uses her Magnetic Roar skill, her Electromagnetic Blast skill, her skill Lightning Execution, and her intro skill. She will restore judgment points, right? We also got our passives here. Our first Ascension passive, after using Resident Skill Magnetic Roar, Yinlin's crit rate is increased by a 15% for 5 seconds. And then, of course, her second one, Deadly Focus, the damage of Resident Skill Lightning Execution is increased by 10% when hitting targets marked with Sinner's Mark. And Yinlin's attack is increased by 10% for 4 seconds when this is triggered, which is pretty dang good, right? Overall, it seems like she's going to be an absolute damage beast, right? Especially when we're looking at this pie chart here for the skill. 60% of her damage is going to be coming from her skill, which that skill is pretty dang good. Being able to do so much electro damage right out the gate, like from that skill, is pretty dang insane, especially if it lasts as long as I think it does. If we go over to the damage multipliers, right, we're gonna say that this is at max level, right? Your Magnetic Roar damage is going up to 84%. Your Lightning Execution is up to 126%. Your Electromagnetic Blast damage is at 28%, but remember that's AoE. Your cooldown is 12, right? What is the... Oh, duration is 10, though. So 10 seconds is pretty dang long comparatively to others, right? Like, 10 seconds is not bad to have that massive amount of damage. And it says that it's going to proc, like, once every second, if I saw that correctly. Let's see, attack on Martin. No, never mind. Okay. It just means you have to get the 4 times. Excuse me, I just got out of work. So it really just depends on how many times you could hit in the amount of, or in the span of 10 seconds, right? To be able to get that Electromagnetic Blast to get the AoE. So, I don't know. I'm pretty stoked on Yinlin. She looks like she's going to be freaking crazy, but she is incredibly hot. Oh my god. But if you look at the tier list, right? She is still considered SS tier here on Wuthering Lab. Now, I know that other tier lists do have her just as high, right? So, she's good if you're going for damage dealing. She is going to be that damage dealer that you absolutely freaking need. That's why I'm summoning for her, right? So, I'm pretty stoked on her as it is. Yinlin looks amazing. Both beautiful and kit-wise, right? So, anyways, y'all. That's going to be it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below. Did you summon for Yinlin? And if you did, how long did it take you? Are you excited about your poll, right? Once again, this is Tasha signing off. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. We will be back again very soon. And as always, we will catch you in that next Wuthering Waves video. Please take care and be safe.